Because this is a major version change, some depreciated functions have now been removed, and some other functions have now been depreciated. I'm only going to mention some of the more significant depreciations, because most people will be aware that some functions were depreciated in PHP5. The first and probably the biggest depreciation is the PHP4 style constructors. So in the past, when you're creating a class, you would normally create the class, and then if you wanted to pass some parameters to it straight away, you would create a method with the exact same name as the class itself. So in this example we've got foo as the class and a method to overload it. And this method also allows us to pass in the parameters. With PHP7 however, this has become depreciated, and instead of doing it this way, we should now use the __ construct method. This now performs the exact same functionality, but it does it in a more visible way. So as we can see, this still displays 1 as our output. And that's because the construct method has the exact same functionality as the PHP4 approach. And you may be wondering why bother changing this if the original functionality is exactly the same. And there are two main reasons. The first being edge cases, whereby it was possible to call the PHP4 style constructors unintentionally, while it's extremely clear that the construct methods will always be called when an object is constructed in this case. And the second reason is clarity. For people learning PHP, it wasn't always obvious what the PHP4 approach would do. We have a method that we're not actually ever calling, and so how do we as a new programmer understand that concept? Well, again, it's very clear exactly when this method will be called, because the name's in the title. The other major depreciation is the MySQL functions. I'm not going to demonstrate these because these have been depreciated for so long and so much press has been circulated around them that most people will now already have ceased using them. But if you want to interact with databases and you were using the MySQL functions, you should instead use the PDO or MySQLi instead. And the major reason for this is that both of these approaches support prepared statements, which provide significant protection against SQL injection attacks, which simply was not possible with the old MySQL approaches. What do you think of this video? Has it been helpful? Have you learned something new? Let me know in the comments, hit that subscribe button and check out some of these other videos.